G'day everyone, Eric here. Today we're going to revive Purchases of the Week, or month as it came to be known. But for a reason, because I'm merging it with Channel Update. As you might have seen recently, I did something very different. I went back to toy reviews, which is something when I started the channel I set out to actually do, but it just never came to be. And I took a different style on it, inspired by other YouTubers I watch that are outside of the toy spectrum. They're on the food spectrum, although there's a few toy channels that work similarly but not the same. Anyway, that's how things are going to be done going forward. To be quite honest, my normal content of doing long scripted essay videos is not only tiresome but takes a lot of brain power, and putting them together it's not fun because it's a whole process of brainstorming, then writing it, editing it, recording it, editing that, getting all the pictures together, and then putting it all together. It's a whole long process you'd assume is longer. Well, I think it's longer than you'd assume it is. On the flip side of that, the news stuff, I don't really like doing it when I don't have a strong opinion. Just doing news for the sake of news is, well, it's not content I enjoy making. And I've got so much stuff here that I've yet to open, all because of that intent to do reviews, that I want to get to it. And I want to expand past Transformers. So the normal content you've come to love, because that's what I think most people have subscribed for, is going to move to once a month. Once a month, you'll get a long essay scripted, probably Transformers themed video. Twice a month, you'll get a toy review, and the fourth week in a month will be a wild card, either toy review if I just don't have the time for much else, and especially as work picks up again in the coming months, it may come to this. Especially late in the year, you may get up to 4 toy reviews because they're less time consuming. But the fourth one can also just be something in the toy realm that isn't Transformers that I want to talk about. I know not everyone's on board for things that aren't Transformers. That's an unfortunate part of the Transformers fandom. They're very, very devoted to the one brand. In a lot of cases, to the one era. 1984, 1985, maybe 86 on a good day. But nothing more than that, brother. That's unfortunately what it is. People like what they like. They don't like what they don't like. Fair enough. But I'd like to expand it to other things I enjoy and hopefully bring other people along for the ride and maybe split the channel's interests a bit. Regarding that toy review I just put up on Cheetor, my intent at the moment is to stick to smaller, simpler toys for a while. Probably 2 or 3 videos. Maybe I've got 4 recorded. Just need to fix up a couple of things because someone's getting fired, Rogue. That is a hot garbage figure. I knew it was bad, but it was only Marvel Legends I had on the shelf because, again, the rest of them are boxed. I'm doing a Marvel Legends review probably today, recording it today, only because she needs to be replaced. She needs to be fired. We're replacing Rogue. She's not working out. Marvel Legends occasionally, Star Wars occasionally. I only have tertiary interest in both specific characters. Wrestling, Masters of the Universe, Transformers are my big interests. If everything goes to pass well, look forward to Metal Cardbot when that comes out. I'm really looking forward to that, and I want to do a video on it. With that said, I'm going to work on the thumbnails. As you may have seen, I took a bit of influence from Anthony's Customs with that thumbnail. It's not doing me any favors. Thank you to everyone that watched it. It's actually my most liked video per view counts on this channel. But I think I need to go back to something you're more accustomed to get more people noticing, okay, it's a video from this channel. With that said, the next one is likely Core Class Energon Galvatron. I might hold back a couple of other things because I make these videos, the review ones, in batches. Probably move to some G1 stuff. Then we'll move to either Tarn or something I'm going to show off today that was kindly donated to the channel. With that said, let's actually get off housekeeping and get into actual purchases of the week, because I watch a lot of Cole Peterson. He's one of my favorite toy YouTubers, and this week got a lot through the mail. Well, got one thing through the mail, found a lot on the shelves. It was a week. Yeah, it's quite the pile. But in good news, I did save a bundle because didn't have to wait for certain things to come in on Big Bad. And if you know anything, Australian retail is actually a lot cheaper than not only paying Big Bad toy store prices, but the shipping and the taxes. And I got a Big Bad coming this week with some Mattel Creations, and hopefully I find nothing at the stores, because the bank account would love that, because might be going to a toy fair this week. And I would like to ease up on the spending a little. With that said, let's get started with purchases of the week. So we'll start purchases of the week with the topic I think most people are here for, Transformers, and we'll start with the donation from a very good friend of mine. I've known him for about 10 years now, actually more than 10 years. And he didn't have space for this in his collection anymore. Physical space, I should specify, not space as in didn't want it, but just preferred what he's getting to this and didn't want to wait around for the combiner pieces. He's got Omega Prime coming in the next few months, and he vastly prefers that, I think. And he knows that not only do I have strong opinions on the remakes of this line, but I really liked the original a lot, and he thought because he liked the way the reviews went, I might want to make a review on this, and it'd make for an interesting review because I'd have stronger opinions than the Cheetor. And that would be, I'm pretty sure it's Legacy, because I don't exactly remember now. I'm pretty sure it's Legacy. Commander Class Optimus Prime from Armada / Micron Legend, or Micron Densetsu. As soon as I get used to toy reviews and the style I'm doing it, and I get used to doing more complex Transformers on video, this will be first cab off the rank. I might reshuffle things to get to it quicker than you're actually seeing them. Push back some of the stuff that I don't think I'll do as well. But we'll be doing Armada / Micron Densetsu Optimus Prime sooner rather than later. Tarn is also on my to-do list. I'm just going to gradually work up there. You'll probably see, you've seen a Core, probably see a Deluxe next, then maybe a Voyager, then a Leader, then him. That's, I think, the way it's going to go. So, I had to go somewhere for some chores, and I've been holding off on this toy for a while now, because I was thinking, since the first two went on clearance, this will go on clearance. I know what the cost price is to the store. I thought the cost price was overpriced, but I thought I'd better pick it up because they only had one left. Every other store I've been to only has one left. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to pay inflated prices for something I already thought was overpriced. And that would be reissue 40th Anniversary Bombshell, which is actually a Movie Colors Bombshell, if you're familiar with that line of G1 reissues. Love the artwork on Bombshell. Love the G1 boxes in general. Not my childhood, but they are beautiful, beautiful packaging. They could return to that any day of the week. I really don't like the Age of the Primes minimalism, like up here. Don't like that. This is very shouty. I love it. I wish they'd be shipped in alt mode again too, instead of robot mode. I don't know if there's some reason they can't because what kids pick up or whatever, but Bombshell on the side. So I do have the other two Insecticons. I got them for 20 each. As you can see, the ticket price on this, 70. Not worth 70. I do have Blaster. He's an upcoming review, some with Perceptor that I want to do, and I'll be doing all three of the Insecticons eventually. Ramon, happy to have another one. I do have Soundwave, the older Classics reissue from Toys R Us exclusive, I think it was here. Went really far out of the way, Toys R Us, to pick him up. Beautiful, beautiful artwork of from the G1 boxes on the back, because it's a redo. I love that old artwork. Red Tracks, Road Rage actually. Well, it'll be Red Tracks here, Road Rage later. But one of my favourite molds from G1 trucks. I actually have a vintage one somewhere that I got on eBay many, many moons ago, and I saw recently people were trying to sell them for $180. I paid something like 75 for mine. Nice little toy. Really like Trex as a character. But I actually want to talk about the Dinobots later. That's why I'm focusing on the artwork. So, yeah, bombshell. Let's get on to round 2. So for the rest of the video, we're switching over to Mattel because, honestly, I buy much more Mattel than I do Hasbro because I collect Master of the Universe, He-Man and the Master of the Universe cartoon collection, a little bit of Masterverse, mostly the 87 movie, because I had to cut back on something, and New Eternia was it because I actually liked the 87 film, and WWE. So, yeah, expect a lot of WWE and a bit of Masters of the Universe now. Anyway, Club Grayskull just started. I did not enjoy paying that membership, but it's not enough to get upset about. It's just the principle. But got Hero coming in the mail. Got something else that I had my eye on for a while to make the postage worth it. And that would be the Coliseum Collection Heart Foundation. Ooh, it's going to be hard to get this in shot. So to make the postage worth it, I picked up the Coliseum Collection Heart Foundation, Brett and Jim. Don't have a Jim, big fan of Brett. Thought I needed Jim in the collection for a while, just needed to pull the trigger, and there was always something else that took precedence before them, and it's like, well, I'm down to Brett and Jim. And then a week later, they went on sale. Brilliant. Anyway, these are two Ultimate figures. Pink and Black Attack on the top, artwork of Brett on the side, artwork of Brett and Jim on the front side, and artwork of Jim on the back. It says their names on the side. Nice Ultimate Edition figure. I don't buy terribly many of the Ultimates because they're expensive and they're not normally released here, but I do appreciate them when I get them. I think I've got Dominic coming in my pile of loot this week. Yeah, I do. So, Brett, looks good with the glasses. Backing card, this is for figure photography. Might actually use this in reviews later on. Coliseum Collection on the back. I do have a Build-A-Figure Mean Gene, so I might use him in the videos later on. And Jim Neidhart. Just get out of the packaging. All the people in the packaging are people that work at Mattel or their families. You can spot Bill McKenna and Steve Ogier in there. I'm pretty sure that's Bill McKenna right there and Steve Ogier right there. So, Jim looks good. Old packaging referencing LJN, well before my time, but appreciate it because I think it's got a certain character to it. Looks good. Don't know how many more of the Coliseum collections I'll pick up. Probably just Roddy and Georgie Animal Steel. That's it. Mine went blank. Really like Roddy Papa. Don't like Animal, but I would probably get it on sale. So that's that. We'll just jump to the next thing. So I'll do this video in descending size classes. We'll go to the elites. And our first elite is someone I felt I needed it in the collection as representation because it can be entertaining, but I don't like the guy because I've filled arrangement syndrome, and that would be Sam Punk. It's a recent fill. I have the Straight Edge Society Basic that came out because, honestly, Straight Edge Society is my favorite era of fill. But, yeah, it's a nice fill. Unlike the Greatest Hits, it actually has painting on the legs. The Greatest Hits one does have the Go to Sleep hands. This one has better paint and a proper shirt instead of a singlet. I kind of value the paint more. Picture of Phil at the Royal Rumble on the back. Ended up with R-Truth, Kyrie, Phil, and The Rock. Sorry, the final boss. I reckon it should be called. Final boss. Wow, did that turn out to be a disappointment this year? Fantastic last year. R-Truth's just always gold. Kyrie's great. Yeah, final boss, just, yeah. And picture of Phil on the side. Glamour shot for Phil. So we have that. So I was surprised to see the next wave so soon too. But, yeah, I only intended to buy one figure from this wave. Ended up with two. This one's to complete a tag team. And that would be Flying Brian Pillman. I've had the Hollywood Blondes Steve Austin for a long time. Sorry, it should be Stunning Steve Austin. That was actually the first Steve Austin figure I got. So I'm happy to have the tag team, even though the arms don't match. I don't really care about that. Comes with all the same gear as Steve. Nice picture on the side. Nice picture on the side. And I'm really surprised there's text on the back. I actually am. Um, yeah, I really hope we come out with more loose cannon Brian Pillman than I do Heart Foundation. Not because we will never get Owen. I'm not terribly concerned about the Heart Foundation, but I would like loose cannon Brian, even though we'll have to supply our own gun for Steve shooting action. And to go with Brian, I got his doofy son. Yeah, what can I say? Uh, I was all hyped up for him when he first came over. I find him kind of annoying on NXT now, but I like his look. He makes a good action figure. I'll give him that. I just wish I liked the character a bit more. The cloth goods really make the figure. I think they look great in reviews I've seen. Nice glamour shot. Glamour shots. And picture of him with the gear on the back. And yeah, he's got a good lean wrestler look. And I'm actually kind of surprised they mentioned his dad, but it's like Bron Breakker, I'd assume, where yes, he doesn't have his dad's last name, but everyone knows who he is. As far as the wrestler line goes, I really did not like the heel run with AJ they did last year. AJ is one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, but I don't like that look. Had enough Kevin Owens. Don't like Jade. Team Naomi all the way. I've always loved Naomi. And I got enough Randy Orton's. And I don't think the Daddy's Home shirt fits terribly well. I'm not keen on it. So that's it for Elites. And boy, is there a pile of basics waiting to be done. Days where I wish I had a bigger set because, yeah, this is going to get out of shot really fast. First up, surprised to see the 2-packs come back. Haven't seen 2-packs in ages. And apparently I'm going to end up with a basic version of Judgment Day and an elite version of Judgment Day. I don't mind. I love Judgment Day. Probably the highlight of my week as far as Raw is concerned because I really like Dom, I really like Liv, I like Raquel, I like Carlito, I like Finn, I tolerated Rhea, and I like Damien. Sorry, Lewis. We call him Lewis in this household, like CM Punk gets called by his real name. But there's a lot of paint on that Damien Priest. Finn is quite nice too. He's got the towel, which I really feel is a reference to Jeff Hardy, given they both do face paint. It actually wouldn't surprise me. I don't think there is a bad figure of Damien Priest. Can always go for another Finn Balor. Finn Balor was actually one of the first figures I picked up. Very old video on this channel. I'm talking about my top 10 figures of that year. Finn Balor actually got on there. Money in the Bank. That's actually my first Money in the Bank proper. We have the Otis with that Money in the Bank, but it's not a proper one. Kind of regret not picking up the Liv and Ronda 2-pack. I actually really like Ronda Rousey. I know that's a bit of a hot take, but she actually got me into wrestling proper. Yeah, that Kurt Angle, Ronda, Stephanie Triple H match, easily one of my favourite matches of all time. Nice picture of both men on the side and on the back. I'm really over the Gunther experiment. He had a fantastic match with Axiom, but all the Gunthers are the same. Why bother? I love the Miz. I need a wrestling Miz. I actually only have promo Miz's, but I'm not going to get a Gunther for it. Kevin Owens, don't care. Steve, way too buff. Didn't like it. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that Dom and R-Truth 2-pack coming out. I'm a Dom completionist, so I have the Dom and Rhea 2-pack. Actually, Rhea, I have 2 basics. I'm waiting for that new Elite, though. That I can tell is going to be a horrible experience to find. Need the Naomi 2 and Axiom. Not the rest of the wave. So the next one wasn't really intended to be picked up originally, but it's a really nice figure in terms of the color schemes. And it's kind of everywhere, including the chase, which is astoundingly easy to find. They're nice colors. The chase is actually one of my favorite colors, green, and it's a really nice tone of green too. And that would be main event 154 Kiana James. She's currently injured, I think, but I barely even know who she is because she only had one match, and I wasn't following NXT at the time she was on that. But nice looking figure, nice face, and the green for the chase just looks really, really good. I don't usually buy people I don't really know who they are, but if it's a nice figure, it's a nice figure, and especially if it's a main event. It's not enough to just get upset about. So we'll put these up, and we'll get to the next one. So we continue with the second last round of purchases with basic 155. Sorry, main event 155. Starting with No Yeet, Jimmy Uso. Had the Jay Uso from the previous wave. I think it's actually 153. And when I knew this was coming out, I had to go with it. I've always really liked the Usos. I got the greatest hits Usos recently too when I opened them on the channel. But big fan of the Usos, pretty much all the Anoa'i family in general. But yeah, had to have Jimmy to go with Jay. They're always a pair. So that goes, actually, no, we'll put him here. We are seriously running out of space here. Optimus, move over. There we go. So next up for 155, we have Sid Justice. Huge figure. Really fills out the packaging. I think it's using the Drew McIntyre body. Sid, really entertaining for that era especially. Fantastic promo work. Pretty good in the ring for a big power guy. Looks really good. And I think it's a really nice Sid figure. This is our third Sid, I think. So, yeah. I think this is using the same head as the Elite Sid Justice in the... I think it's like Elite 86 or so with the ref gear on. But it's a nice figure. It's just a really nice base guy. I love the blues. The blues really pop. So, finally for 155, we have the chase figure for the Wave and her normal version. And that would be Lyra Valkyria. Wasn't terribly keen on Lyra when she first started. Called her Budget Becky. Now she's Bird Girl. Like Lyra quite a bit. Always entertaining in the ring. I really wish Michael Cole didn't misunderstand that her finisher was after the band Nightwish, which I like, mind you, and not the DC character Nightwing. Chase one is in all black. Normal one is in red boots. Very similar color schemes otherwise with the black and the gold, although this one has red in it as well. The figures honestly look so different in the packaging and just the deco in general. They could have just been separate releases of the same base mold, and I don't think anyone would have been the wiser. She's got her hair plaited at the back, which it's hard to see in the packaging, but you can see there it's down her neck. As far as the rest of the wave goes, I'm over the LA Knight experiment, and Andy, yeah, I probably like him more than Charlotte does, but I got one Andy, it's enough for me. So we finish up purchases of the week with the line that is honestly the line I probably enjoy collecting the most at the moment and have for some 5 years now. I just really enjoy this line. I've enjoyed the original version of it, and I enjoyed this version of it. And that would be the Masters of the Universe. So we got Faker. I've got the previous waves after... what was the last wave I got? I think it was the Merman Terror wave, because they got shipped roughly the same year. So every wave between that and this one, I've got coming in my big bad pile of loot. But I was happy to cancel these off my pile of loot. Saved a bundle because they're only 26 Australian here versus paying 20 US, which is closer to 40 Australian. Plus taxes, plus shipping. Yeah, it's not fun. So, beautiful artwork on the back of these. Always is. Might be easier just to lift. Beautiful artwork. Love Masters of the Universe for basically everything. I'm going to be making a video later on about why I love Masters of the Universe so much. So we have Faker, who honestly, Faker ended up a lot better than I was expecting. I was going, ugh, it's cartoon Faker. It's just the glowing eyes. He-Man, it's like bleh. But actually, it works. The expression, the paint overlay, I think it's not as good as the toy version of Faker, but it really does the job. It does the job. Next up, we have Katra, and this one kind of pisses me off a little bit. Not because she's a bad figure, but because she's a really good figure. I really like the face on her. I think it really does the part. Really looks nice. And I think it's better than the Masterverse one. I'm going to say it out. I've still got the Masterverse one boxed. The Masterverse one I paid full price and ended up $10 here on clearance everywhere, and there's boxes upon boxes of them. But I think this one's actually a nicer figure, and if I'd known her, She-Ra, Shadow Weaver, and Frosty were going to come over into Cartoon Collection, I never would have bought the originals. And now they're basically worthless, so I couldn't get rid of them. Although I probably wouldn't get rid of Frosty anyway, because she has an interesting action feature with the heat thing. Anyway, Catra looks really, really nice in the face. Comes with her cat form, or her pet cat. It's your choice. Play with them however you like. Just normal stuff. And picture of cat people, Catra, and her turning into her cat form up the top. Really nice artwork. Love Masters of the Universe. As I said, I'll be making a video about why I love... Oh, one was in there. I said, I'll be making a video later on about why I love Masters of the Universe so much. And finally, when I first found these, it was Catra and 2 Fakers. No Leech on the shelf. I guess he was already bought. Don't know why. Actually, fun story. These aren't actually in the system at Big W. I had to basically help the lady do her own job. Both times I bought these to find them in the system and be able to punch them in to get the, they call it a key, an item key code there, not a SKU, but yeah, it's a SKU. And that would be the final character, Leech. And I'm going to say it now, Leech is a lot nicer than the toy version. Bulky toy, heavy, feels nice even in the packaging. Really like him, can't wait to get him open. Had to find a complete sealed box put out to be able to manage to find a Leech. These all are punched. I usually, while I open my figures, I keep the cards for Motu to keep the artwork. So punching is a little bit to me, but yeah. I'm just happy to have Leech. It's not the biggest thing in the world. And he retains the action feature from the normal one. And we got some artwork revealing new figures up the top. We know Bo's coming. And Mantena's already out. So he should actually be in my pile of loot. Adora, I hope they do before this year's ending, because this year ending marks the end of Cartoon Collection. And we have Scorpina. I think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's the same as Power Rangers, Scorpina. And I hope they do her too, because she looks quite good. But that was the loot for the week. I've got 3 more parcels coming this week, and hopefully nothing at the stores. Shouldn't be. And though I might be going to a toy fair, not confirmed, but if you see a video coming up, that means I went. It really depends on a few things lining up. Anyway, you've had the news, you've had my purchases of the week. Till next time, friends, this has been Eric from Toys Down Under, and thanks for watching.